Hey there, folks. It's Patrick, and I'm just a dude trying to save the world. This one's going to be fun for me because I get to geek out just a bit. Ever since I was a kid, I've enjoyed indulging in a little thought exercise wherein I close my eyes and attempt to imagine the size and the boundaries of the universe. This would and still does invariably lead to the circular searching for the end, finding that there is no end, and then attempting to reconcile this in my monkey mind and then starting again. Stay with me on this one. There's a point and a method to my madness. It is projected that in 2021, the population of Earth will reach 7,874,965,825 humans, with more than half of them living in urban areas, that is to say, cities. Now, most all of them, presumably, at some point, as has always been our nature, will spend at least some of their lives searching for some sort of meaning, understanding, or peace, and their very place in the context of what ultimately is a perfectly calibrated chaos. I believe that the universe is quite literal. The universe does not think, nor does it feel. The universe does not know compassion, and the universe is neither kind nor cruel. The universe does not know forgiveness, and the universe does not know mercy. The universe does not love, and the universe does not hate. The universe simply does what it does, with absolute efficacy and efficiency, without thought or instinct or judgment or remorse. I believe that the universe carries within it, at its very core, an elemental energy. You, this computer, the air we breathe, and the distant stars are all made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons are bound together into nuclei, and atoms are nuclei surrounded by a full complement of electrons. Astronomers like to call all the material made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons baryonic matter. The universe is composed of atoms, yes, which are present in each and every tangible thing and creature that we know. Until about 30 years ago, astronomers thought that the universe was composed almost entirely of this baryonic matter, or ordinary atoms. However, in the past few decades, there has been ever more evidence accumulating that suggests there is something in the universe that we cannot see, perhaps some new form of matter. While there is a common energy running through everything tangible, all matter being composed of atoms born of energy, and energy being a term used to describe a trait of matter and non-matter fields, it is now believed that atoms make up only 4.6% of the known universe. The rest, it is now believed, is composed of 24% dark matter and a whopping 71.4% dark energy. While more is yet unknown than is known about dark energy, we know how much dark energy there is because we know how it affects the universe's expansion. Other than that, it's a complete mystery. Albert Einstein was the first person to realize that empty space is not nothing. The universe has amazing properties, many of which are just beginning to be understood. And while the term dark energy may sound and seem ominous, I interpret it to indicate only and simply energy which cannot be seen. I believe it useful to consider that dark energy, being the predominant element composing the universe, is present in every other element contained therein. I believe, therefore, in short, that all things, both tangible and intangible, are alive and strikingly interconnected, interwoven, and utterly interdependent. This brings us back, full circle if you will, to the unfathomable vastness of the universe. Our sun is just one of about 200 billion stars in our galaxy. Astronomers have discovered more than 2,500 other stars with planets orbiting them in our galaxy and some 400 billion other stars. It takes our sun 220 million years to orbit the center of our galaxy, which is a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star. There are an estimated 200 billion to 1 trillion other galaxies, 90% of which we have yet to study in the observable universe. Carl Sagan, a member of the Voyager 1 team in 1981, proposed the idea of an exposure of the Earth that will be 100,000 times farther away than the image shot by the Apollo astronauts. And it wasn't until Valentine's Day 1988, when Voyager 1 had passed Neptune, that that shot was taken. A mote of dust is how he described our Earth, and that's exactly what it looked like. And that's exactly what it is. A reminder about the vastness of space. The bulk of the original Star Trek's adventures don't even leave our galaxy. Not only does the Federation tend to stick close to home, but they're also usually in our little corner of the Alpha Quadrant, close to the border of the Beta Quadrant. So where am I going with all this? Well, from experience, I know that when one takes the time to contemplate the sheer vastness of the universe and our actual place in it, we are compelled to leave our arrogance and our imagined superiority behind. We realize that we are so much less than infinitesimal in the grand scope of the universe, and we abandon, as Carl Sagan put it, our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe. We acknowledge that although we are composed of, all of us and everything, the very same energy and matter that makes up even the darkest and most majestic places in the unimaginably immense and largely unknown cosmos, humanity and our less than microscopic planet are largely unnoticeable, inconsequential, and utterly without physical influence of the universe. And in doing so, we gain something of untold importance. Humility. You are humbled. You gain the revelation that all of these imaginary shifting lines on our world maps are just that, imaginary. And when provincialism melts away, our Earth becomes a very small community on an impossibly large stage, a delicate ballet in which we are all principal dancers, each utterly entwined and interdependent, reliant upon each other and on each and every other being, and on the very atmosphere encapsulating our one and only home. We can realize, perhaps not too late, that the only true influence we possess, the most powerful and meaningful and important influence we can possibly bring to bear as a community member, is the manner in which we perceive and relate to, and treat and honor each other and the living, breathing Earth. Because by any other name, it remains our only home and our only family. So like, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined, because I'm just a dude, one dude, hoping to save the world. But it's going to take all of us, each and every one. I hope you're all well and safe and happy. We'll see you next time.